What's good, people? It's your boy Z, the real here, and then I just want to talk about this whole Jay-Z deal, and then Eric Reid calling him a set out, him Nestle calling Kaepernick, and then I'm gonna get to Kenny Stills as well because I feel that was really stupid of him to be calling out his owner. And as for Roland Marlin, I'm gonna get to him too in another video. I'm gonna cover him. I'm gonna talk about him a little bit, but I'm gonna cover him in a separate video because how he's attacking Marcellus Wiley over Kaepernick's nitty, man, that's ridiculous. Because Roland Marlin doesn't understand what's really going on. Okay, and for those that's been watching my videos in the past 3-4 years that I've been covering Kaepernick, I told y'all what the whole deal was from the very beginning. Okay, I told you what he was really about. This whole thing about him taking knee for protests against police brutality. Okay, I understand what he tried to do, but again, the man wasn't genuine with it at all. Because at the end of the day, this is all about him not having a contract with the NFL. Okay, this is all about him not playing for one of these football teams. Okay, this is never about him trying to basically stick up for rights and everything, for people's rights, and for these officers, you know what I'm saying, going to jail behind brutalizing somebody. That was never about that. Okay, Kaepernick did what he did because he was told to do it, right? Because here's an example, right? If Kaepernick's really so genuine about it, then why is he getting mad that Jay-Z is signing a deal and not telling him? Okay, that's what I'm still trying to figure out. If Kaepernick was so genuine about this, okay, if this was all for the people, all right, and if he really sacrificed his job, then why is he still asking to play for the NFL again? Why is he still trying to get back into the league? Okay, why is Eric Reid calling Jay-Z a sellout like he did Malcolm Jenkins? Okay, so that's what people need to still ask themselves that's still defending Kaepernick. They're still going behind this whole thing, man. I'm getting tired every time I turn on Undisputed, every time I turn on First Take, you got people like Skip Bayless and Max Kellerman that sympathize for Kaepernick. Roland Martin, no, Jamel Hill, they still sympathizing for this dude, man. Y'all gotta stop. Because all Kaepernick doing is a disruption. He been doing this since the whole thing started. He's been a disruption. Okay? Again, like I told y'all, Kaepernick is somebody that when he can't get his way, he wants to basically take it out on everybody else. And he's using other people to do it. Basically, the reason why Eric Reid and Ken Stills been doing what they've been doing because Colin Kaepernick told them to do it. Okay? Again, I keep telling y'all people gonna wake up and realize what I've been telling y'all from the very beginning. All right? I tried to tell people on Facebook. I tried to tell people on my Instagram, on social media. All right, people want to act like I'm bringing the black man down. I'm not. Okay? And for those that's on my Instagram, the real reason why I said what Jay-Z did was kind of suspect, because again, Jay-Z told others during Super Bowl 53 not to perform, right? He told Rihanna, he told his wife Beyonce, he told Cardi B, and even the deal he just signed, Jermaine Dupri was getting ready to do that even around that weekend. And Jay-Z told him not to do it. Why? Because they felt that Kaepernick was done wrong, okay? He felt that Kaepernick was colluded against, and they supported Kaepernick's cause, right? They feel the league was blackballing Kaepernick because they didn't want to let him back in the league, right? Why now, you know what I'm saying, come August 2019, all right, almost 9 months to pass, now you sign a deal, okay? It's either A, I'm going to tell you right, it's either A, okay, Jay-Z feels, okay, since Kaepernick going to stay silent for going on 3 to 4 years now, since you ain't going to say nothing, you're not going to use your, you're not going to speak no more, you ain't spoke since, now I got to take over this deal, I got to be the leader now. Jay-Z may feel that him calling and comparing Muhammad Ali to Kaepernick might have been the wrong thing to do. That Kaepernick's really not the leader he thought he was. He's not really a leader. He's not a revolutionary. He's not an activist like he thought he was. So Jay-Z may feel, okay, now I got to use my own voice. Since I'm a rapper, I'm highly influential. They're going to listen to me anyway because I got a voice. I can speak my mind. So Jay-Z may feel he's going to take this opportunity to help the people. Because what did Jay-Z say in the whole press conference? He said, this was all about the people more so than Kaepernick not having a job. Okay? So Jay-Z understand that this is for the people. The protest is about the people that's been brutalized. That don't have a voice. So Jay-Z feels if Kaepernick's not going to speak, then I got to speak up, right? Or B, Somebody through Jay-Z's camp or NFL's camp through Roger Goodell and told that has some dirt on Kaepernick. Jay-Z done found out some stuff on Ness, Nitty, Kaepernick, and Eric Reid, okay, they didn't like, okay? He done found out some stuff about them, and he found the real reason why they did what they've been doing. Jay-Z done found out that NFL really ain't all that bad, okay? They not colluding against Kaepernick. They've been supporting the people out there. Jay-Z done found out about the Players Coalition that was led by Malcolm Jenkins that Kaepernick was invited to, which he didn't go to none of those meetings, right? So Kaepernick, Jay-Z done found all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, all this dirt on Kaepernick, and now Jay-Z feels the NFL really ain't all that bad. They're not a bad company after all, okay? The NFL is not racist like people are still proclaimably. And that's another thing I want to cover too. I want to say this before I continue, right? For those that think the NFL is racist, for those that say the NFL is discrimination and this and that, then why do you still watch it? See, a lot of people are full of crap on the internet. I clear, man. You can't take a whole lot of people seriously. Because the same people that's calling people like Marcellus Wiley, calling Jason Whitlock, you know what I'm saying, Ray Lewis, all these people are coons, right? Because they choose to support the NFL and they're not going along with Colin Kaepernick's protest or what Colin Kaepernick got everybody trying to thinking about doing, because they're not far along the whole Black Lives Matter narrative, trying to call the league this and that and the other. Okay, these are the same people that's still watching it. Now, even my son, right, and shouts out to my son, right, he called them out. He said the same people that's saying that's trying to talk about protesting didn't really protest. Okay, because again, the same people who say they got a problem with Kaepernick not having a job is the same people that's still watching it week in and week out. Okay, these same people are still watching your favorite team. You're still watching your favorite player. You're still watching your coach. Okay, you're still watching the playoffs. You're still watching the Super Bowl. All right. This is like I said, man. This whole thing is nonsense. Y'all need to cut it out. Okay. But again, back to topic. So Jay-Z, man, might feel the NFL not all that bad, and Jay-Z gonna take this time to not only get a good deal for himself, but he's gonna use this opportunity to even help the even voice for the people, right? So Jay-Z feels that he making this deal because the NFL not bad. So he feel, why should I gotta report to Kaepernick about what I'm getting ready to do? Jay-Z feels he's a grown man. He don't gotta report to Kaepernick or Nestini because it's not about them. So that's what people gotta realize, right? And for Roland Martin to call Jay-Z out and this and that, that's stupid, man. Again, man, y'all gotta understand this whole thing is this whole thing about Kaepernick's agenda. They making Kaepernick out to be something he really ain't. These liberals and Black Lives Matter and George Soros is using Kaepernick as a freaking tool. That's all Kaepernick is. He's a tool to basically confuse you, to make you believe in something that really ain't true. Okay? They want to make you believe that the NFL did Kaepernick wrong and did Kaepernick dirty, right? That's been the whole thing. That's why Kaepernick did what he did, right? Kaepernick didn't really Kaepernick was sitting down, right? Because he was mad that he couldn't that he got benched, okay? And that his team was losing and he wanted to get out of there. And because he couldn't get traded, he sat down. This is what Marcellus Wiley was alluding to in his video. But again, I'm gonna cover that. I'm gonna cover Marcellus Wiley and Roland Martin on a separate video. Because that's a video for a whole nother day. Okay? But this goes out to Eric Reid and Kenny Stills. For one, Eric Reid, you both of y'all, you and Kenny Stills need to focus on playing football. Y'all need to stop attacking the NFL. Eric Reid, you look like a goddamn hypocrite. You look like somebody that really needs their head examined. Brother, you need a lot of help. Because for starters, they let you back in. Okay, the Carolina Panthers signed you because they was in need of a safety. Okay, you got good enough skills, you can play football, okay? They needed you, right? For you to constantly be attacking the league, saying this and that earlier, cussing to, using foul language, saying you collecting league's money, I'm going to continue to play for this asshole league. Brother, you look stupid as hell. Like you came out in that field calling Malcolm Jenkins, you look like a buffoon. You look like an idiot. Eric Reid, all you did was embarrass yourself on camera. Like you attacking Malcolm Jenkins, and Malcolm Jenkins actually did something. Malcolm Jenkins actually spoke to them officers. He spoke to them sheriffs. He spoke to the governors. Okay? Malcolm Jenkins was speaking to the president like Anquan Bolden, like Josh Norman, everybody else in that Players Coalition. Eric Reid, you had the chance to stay going to these meetings and do what they were doing. You chose not to, right? You dropped out. Why? Because they wasn't talking about Kaepernick getting the job. They was focused on actually selling these issues, getting the money from the NFL so they can handle these issues off court, off stadium, right? You took it upon yourself to confront to confront Malcolm Jenkins on a coin toss, right? Which you had no business doing. And since then, Malcolm Jenkins, you want to continue to be a disruption. You are one of the main reasons why they're not gonna let Kaepernick back on. Eric Reid, you're not helping at all. You just ain't. You causing more and more of a disruption. And then how you gonna call Jay-Z despicable, man? Who in the hell are you to call Jay-Z despicable? Okay? Let's make one thing very clear, Eric Reid. Okay? You don't have the right to call another man despicable when you yourself have not really done anything for black folks outside that football field. See, Eric Reid, I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid like some of these other people that's falling for it. I'm not gonna fall for the okie doke. Okay, Eric Reid, I'm not gonna fall for your little game that you and Kaepernick are playing. Eric Reid, you need to stop. You playing a game right now. Okay? Y'all not serious about police brutality because you or Kaepernick have no end game. Y'all got no plan. Never once have I heard Kaepernick at this whole time, the last 3 years, talk about how police brutality got to end. He has not saying anything how police brutality can end, how you going to get them officers put away and locked in jail that killed Stephon Clark, killed Brown, killed Eric Gardner, okay? Killed Alden Sterling and all those other victims, right? Phileo Castile, he ain't talked about none of that, right? He has no solution, no game plan. Okay, I understand you coming to bash for your man, but it's not wise at all. It's not smart. You making yourself look stupid. You look like a freaking idiot, man. Because how you gonna be talking against the NFL yet you collecting a paycheck? You making their money. You collect the money they giving you to play football, man. You need to stop it because you making your owner look terrible for signing you. You making your owner regret signing you right now. You really are, man. You need to focus on playing football because last time I checked, the Panthers don't have a Super Bowl at all. They still to this day don't have a single Vince Lombardi trophy in a mantle in a stadium. Eric Reid, you need to focus on playing football because last time I checked, the New Orleans Saints and Atlanta Falcons just 4 seasons ago been owning y'all asses, okay? Remember, when Cam Newton went to that Super Bowl, you wasn't on that team. You was on the 49ers. You wasn't on the Carolina Panthers. And even last season, y'all did nothing. Y'all didn't make the playoffs last year. Eric Reid, focus on playing football. Leave this protest stuff alone. It's over already. Didn't Kaepernick sell out of court not to say the league is racist, not to say the league was colluding against him? It's over already, Eric Reid. Y'all both got a settlement. You need to focus on playing football. Stop calling out the NFL. Okay? If they don't let Kaepernick in the league, that's his own fault. Because again, Eric Reid, where was you when Kaepernick called Ness Nitty? When Kaepernick and Ness Nitty called Ray Lewis and Steve Bisciotti a house slave and an Uncle Tom? Where was you when they sent out that tweet of the Django, right? Of Leonardo DiCaprio and Samuel L. Jackson comparing that to Steve Bisciotti and Ray Lewis. Eric Reid, where was you then? Okay? I understand, like, when did you have anything to say about that then, right? Eric Reid, you had nothing to say when Stephen Ross, Kenny Steele's owner, right, was going to sign Kaepernick. Yeah, he's wearing a Fidel Castro shirt. You had nothing to say about that, right? You didn't say anything against the NFL when John Elway came out and opened and tried to say Kaepernick had his opportunity. You had nothing to say then. John Elway tried to offer the trade for Kaepernick, all right? Eric Reid, you didn't say nothing about it. You didn't tell Kaepernick to take that deal. You stood in the background saying nothing when you were still on the team, right? Kaepernick had the chance to go to a Super Bowl winning team. You said nothing about that at all when he turned that shit down. Eric Reid, you need to sit your ass down and you need to shut the hell up and play football. That's what you need to do, Eric Reid. Okay? Folks, y'all gotta understand this, man. For those who listen to the video, Eric Reid is a freaking idiot, man. He really is. All he's doing is calling disruption. This man doesn't even know why he's calling people sellouts. He's calling Jay-Z a sellout because Kaepernick and Ness Nitty told him to do it. Okay? Black Lives Matter told him to do all of this. Okay? He's under their programming. Since a lot of y'all want to go up here and want to say that Chris Paul and Shaquille O'Neal on MK Ultra, why aren't you talking about Kaepernick and Eric Reid? Doesn't Eric Reid look like he might be on the MK Ultra? He might be under some type of programming? Come on now. This dude is calling people sellouts and ain't even telling them why he calling them sellout. You know what I mean? You don't have no, honestly, explanation why you calling Jay-Z what he's doing despicable. No, Jay-Z ain't trying to take over the movement at all. He's not. But Jay-Z feels that Kaepernick ain't said nothing in 3 or 4 years. We ain't heard nothing from Kaepernick. We don't know what Kaepernick's plans was anyway. As a matter of fact, Eric Reid, speaking of which, since y'all got that settlement, what did y'all do with that money? That's what we trying to figure out, right? Y'all have not even said publicly how much they paid y'all. Yet y'all even talking about what you're going to use that money on anyway, right? Because my thing is, As many donations Kaepernick did, what's that got to do against these officers, putting them in jail, right? Y'all got George Soros behind y'all, right? That man is a multi-billionaire. George Soros got the power to put these officers behind jail. Y'all ain't doing neither of that. Matter of fact, Kenny Stills, let's talk about you, right? Since you want to talk about your own, you want to call Stephen Ross out for supporting Donald Trump. First of all, Stephen Ross has every right to basically support Donald Trump if he chooses to. That's his right? He has the freedom to do it. All Stephen Ross is doing with that donation is basically helping out his presidential candidate because Stephen Ross voted. Okay? Kenny Stills, the man you defend, which is Colin Kaepernick, did not vote. Eric Reid most likely didn't vote either. So they don't have no reason to be complaining about no president, right? Matter of fact, before I continue on Kenny Stills, remember, Kaepernick said in his own mouth, I'm choosing not to vote. He done called out Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. Now, I said this before, right? If you don't vote at all, if you're not going to get out there to vote, then you should not be concerned about anything that's going on in politics. Whatever these presidents are doing inside that White House, that should not be your concern if you didn't vote. Remember, right? And Stephen A. Smith even said this on air. Our great-great-grand folks, people during the civil rights days when Martin Luther King walked the earth, they basically went to jail over their right to vote. Okay? Our black people went to jail. They had dogs sicked on them. They had water hoses, sprayed on them, trying to fight for their right to vote. Okay? So the fact that Kaepernick said he ain't gonna vote, that's on his ass. He should not have been complaining about Donald Trump at all. Yet Donald Trump did openly say, and he taunted Kaepernick on air, right? Donald Trump did say, my phone lines are open. If y'all got any problems, call me on my phone. Kaepernick did not call Donald Trump at all. If I was Kaepernick and you supposed to be a leader, right? You supposed to be leading this protest, I would have been marching up there with Black Lives Matter going up to the White House. I would have took a plane to Washington, D.C. with Ness Nitty going up to the White House. Kaepernick didn't either. Like Eric Reid did nothing. Okay? So Kenny Stills, who are you to call out? You was wrong for calling out your owner, right? You had no business to do that. Because Stephen Ross had every right to donate for Donald Trump because that's his presidential candidate. Stephen Ross wants to see Donald Trump be president in 2020. That's his own business. He has every right to do it. Just like you have a right to speak your mind, right? And then my thing, Kenny Stills, just like Stephen A. Smith said, right? Kenny Stills, you ain't did nothing in the last 6 years. What have you done? You ain't won no championship at all. You have no Super Bowl ring. Okay? Let's just make that very clear. You started out with the Saints. You did nothing, brother. You another one, like Eric Reid, you need to just worry about playing football. First of all, Kenny Stills, you need to worry about beating the New England Patriots. That's what you need to focus on. You got Tom Brady at 42 years old, has 6 Super Bowl rings. Kenny Stills, do you know what that means, right? Tom Brady at age 42 has 6 Super Bowl rings. That means he's been owning you and your team for the last 15, 20 years. For the last 15 years, y'all been getting owned. The Miami Dolphins ain't won a single title since the 1970s. That's over 40 years ago. The last time they was in the Super Bowl was in the 1980s against Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, okay, and the San Francisco 49ers. That was in the 80s. That was over 30 years ago. Again, Kenny Stills, you need to play football. Your mind should be focused on how the Miami Dolphins going to win the AFC East. That's what you need to focus on, right? Instead of talking about Jay-Z, talking about Stephen Ross, Kenny Stills, you need to play football, man. Don't let Kaepernick make a fool out of you. Kaepernick got you and Eric Reid looking like some stupid, dumbass niggas that don't understand civilization. Y'all don't know how to act civilized, man. Y'all going about this the wrong way. Stop it, man. You embarrassing yourself, right? Because truth be told, Stephen Ross can get rid of you, Kenny Stills. He can release you for cause of disruption. Same thing with you, Eric Reid. The owner of the Panthers can release you right now. And if the owner of the Carolina Panthers and Steve Ross decide they're going to cut Kenny Stills and Eric Reid because they causing disruption on a football field, they breaking up too much drama, they becoming too much distraction, then y'all can't, you Black Lives Matter supporters, Roland Martin, everybody else that have been supporting Kaepernick, y'all can't say it's colluding against. You can't say it's racism because these owners ain't gonna have nobody cause a disruption on their football field. Again, Kenny Stills and Eric Reid, y'all got a job to do. So again, for people who are listening to this video, Eric Reid and Kenny Stills are under contract to play football. They're not paid to focus on politics. They're not paid to call their owners out. They're not paid to talk against the NFL like they've been doing. That's wrong. You ain't gonna get nowhere doing that shit. You just not. But again, yeah, y'all wonder why Kaepernick's still not being let back onto the football field. Why? Because of this type of idiocy, this type of foolery. Eric Reid and Ken Stills are idiots. That's what they are. They idiots, man. Okay? Ken Stills, your Dolphins, you know what I'm saying, again, man, did not make the playoffs. You only make the playoffs in 2 seasons. Okay? Again, you need to focus on playing football. That's why Brian Flores played Jay-Z, man. Because he's making an example out of it. Oh, yeah, and TYT Sports, again, man, yeah, again, man, TYT Sports, I'm going to cover them too, man. Because, again, man, the coach, Brian Flores is not targeting Kenny Stills. He's not doing that. For TYT Sports, again, man, how is Kenny Stills being targeted? The coach ain't targeting him. Brian Flores got a job he has to do. He has to coach this football team. He can't have one of his main football players being a disruption to the football field. Okay? Ken Stills going on the camera, calling out his owner, going on social media. That's a freaking distraction. These football players are trying to focus on winning a championship. They can't be focused on all this other stuff with their owner, man. Come on now. A football team divided ain't gonna never succeed. Okay? But that's all Eric Reid and Ken Stills doing. They dividing the football team. They're trying to get people to go against the owner and go against the NFL. That's not what's going to get stuff done. And this is another thing y'all got to realize too. The NFL ain't got nothing to do with what's going on with the police force. What's going on with these officers, that's an issue that has something to do with social injustice, right? So what's going on with social injustice, that's a personal issue. That's an outside issue. The NFL ain't got nothing to do with that. The NFL is concerned with their bottom line, right? These owners and GMs, they focus on basically satisfying their fan base. All right? They got to satisfy their fan base. They got to sell tickets, okay? They got to win games. They got to accumulate revenue. They don't got time to focus on what these officers are doing. Because people that watch NFL, they not focused on that, right? Politics and the sports don't mix. I've said that how many times on my videos? Y'all got to leave the politics and sports out of it because they don't blend, okay? Again, these athletes are paid to play football. That's what their mind should be focused on. If you want to focus on Donald Trump, and if you want to focus on these police officers, y'all do it outside the stadium. Okay? You don't protest where you got to work at. Because truth be told, for those who listen to the video, for those who've been defending Kenny Stills and defending Eric Reid and defending Colin Kaepernick, how many of y'all going to get down on one knee and protest at your job about things you don't like? Okay? How many of y'all going to actually do that? Okay, that's what needs to be said, right? Because I can't begin to tell you how many times I looked on the internet, I look on YouTube videos, and people that defend Colin Kaepernick, people that defend this BS, right, with Eric Reid and Kenny Stills, who say the NFL is racist and this and that. You call out Marcellus Wiley, you call out Stephen Ross, you call out all these people because they don't agree with this stuff. How many of y'all gonna give up your jobs? How many of y'all gonna protest at your job? Go get down one knee and try to protest. How many of y'all gonna do that stuff? You know what I'm saying? See what that gets you, right? Again, I don't see Kenny Stills or Eric Reid opted out of their jobs because they don't like what's going on. Again, Kenny Stills and Eric Reid, y'all need to play football. Y'all mind should be focused on how y'all teams gonna win a championship. How y'all get your teams to the AFC or NFC championship. Y'all minds don't need to be focused on this protest. You need to be focused on calling out Jay-Z. You need to be focused on calling out your owner. Focus on playing football. Especially you, Eric Reid. You ain't did shit. I don't remember your name in a Pro Bowl multiple times like that. What have you really done since you came in, right? Again, I'm against police brutality like everybody else. But I'm not about to sit here and say that the NFL is racist and that they blackballing somebody when they really not, when they're really innocent. Okay? The NFL has basically shown time and time again that they're not against the protests. Okay? So, Eric Reid, for you and Ken Stills to be saying what y'all been saying, no, all y'all doing is causing disruption. All y'all doing is causing distraction on your football teams. That's all y'all doing is spreading confusion on the football field. Okay? And this is why both of your teams ain't successful. Yet, y'all wondering why the 49ers was sorry, right? The reason why the 49ers would play so horribly because Kaepernick was the leader of that team, right? He was a quarterback, right? He was the leader of the team. He himself was not focused. All Kaepernick was doing was cause a big old distraction and disruption on the football team. Him and Eric Reid. Y'all was basically causing players to basically follow y'all protests, okay? Get down on one knee and not even put your heart and soul into the game. This is why the 49ers was doing terrible all that many years, right? The reason why the 49ers went 2-14 and 1-16 or 1-10 was because of Colin Kaepernick's disruption. All right? Him talking against these police officers, talking against Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, but yet never once did Colin Kaepernick even say mentioned in the media, in the interviews, how he's going to get the 49ers out of a 6-game losing streak. Never once did Colin Kaepernick or Eric Reid talk about how they was going to win how they were going to get the 49ers to the playoffs. Never once did Colin Kaepernick, out that whole time he took a knee, talked about how he's going to win a championship, how he's going to return back to the Super Bowl. He doesn't talk about how he's going to defeat the Seattle Seahawks, the Rams, or the Cardinals, right? Who've been kicking their ass that whole time. Colin Kaepernick didn't talk about none of that. Look at Kenny Stills. Never once do you see Kenny Stills talk about how he gonna win a playoff, right? You don't see Kenny Stills talking about winning a football game. That's not what his mind's focused on. Kenny Stills is focused on how he gonna try to cause disruption in the league to try to get Kaepernick a job. That's what Kenny Stills is focused on, right? Again, if you Brian Flores, you can't be having that as a coach. Brian Flores, your job is on the line. Do not allow Kenny Stills to get you fired like Kaepernick got Chip Kelly and Tom Sula fired. Just like Kaepernick got Jim Harbaugh out of there and Alan Smith kicked out the team for going to his girlfriend. Don't allow Kenny Stills to do that. No, Brian Flores had every reason to play Jay-Z to try to get Kenny Stills back focused. He had to make a step out of Kenny Stills. Because again, Brian Flores is trying to win games to keep his job. All right? Brian Flores just got the job this year. He has to produce. He can't have nobody that's not going to have their head in the game. All right? You got Josh Rosen over there. Josh Rosen is a young quarterback. This is sophomore year. Josh Rosen going to need somebody that's going to be focused to help him make plays. Kenny Stills, Josh Rosen don't need you. He don't need your behind calling out the damn owner. That's not what's going to get the job done. Because again, Kenny Stills, where was you when Steve Ross was trying to interview Colin Kaepernick and he had that Fidel Castro shirt on? Where was you then? I don't see you speak up against none of that, right? When Steve Ross decided not to hire Colin Kaepernick because he didn't want to be called a communist, because again, y'all need to, for those that look at this video, y'all need to look up Fidel Castro. Fidel Castro is a mass murderer. Okay? Just like the police officers been murdering these innocent people. Just like we had that mass murdering in Ohio, in El Paso, Texas. That's what Fidel Castro been doing on his island in Cuba. Matter of fact, most of the Cubans that live in Miami fled to America to get their green card to escape Cuba. Okay? Kenny Stills, you said nothing then when Steve Ross decided I can't take Colin Kaepernick because he wearing a Fidel Castro shirt. Because as Stephen Ross did that, had your owner sign Kaepernick, when he had that Fidel Castro shirt on and he would have gave him a contract, you would have had the entire Cuban community going on strike. You would have had the entire Cuban community attacking the Miami Dolphins, calling Stephen Ross a communist. That would have been bad for business, Kenny Stills. But yet I don't see you speaking up at then. Where was you then? Where was you that 2 years ago when that happened, right? Where was you then, Kenny Stills? You had nothing to say then. So don't talk against your owner no more, man. And don't criticize your coach neither. Because remember, Kenny Stills, Brian Flores has the power to cut you, okay? Remember, this is the last week of preseason, right? They got to make cuts, right? Stephen Ross and Brian Flores can have a conversation right now to cut your behind and get you out of there, right? Kenny Stills, don't be that guy. Do not be that guy, man. Do not do what Kaepernick did when he was under contract. Because Colin Kaepernick basically caused himself to get released from the league. Right? Don't be that dude. Eric Reid, same thing goes for you too, man. Don't be that guy, man. Don't continue to be that guy, Eric Reid, because you have no solution at all. How you gonna call Jay-Z and Malcolm Jenkins sellouts when they actually did things? What have you done besides take a knee? You ain't did a goddamn thing but sit your ass behind the Twitter, behind Colin Kaepernick taking orders. Okay? No, Kenny Stills, Eric Reid, y'all need to focus on playing football. And Marcellus Wiley, brother, I got your back. Okay? Don't let Roland Martin try to punk you on camera. Marcellus Wiley, because I feel Roland Martin is he's an idiot. Roland Martin trying to talk shit about Marcellus Wiley, he need to check himself because there's two sides to every coin. And in my next video, I'm going to cover the reason why Marcellus Wiley is talking about Colin Kaepernick and that's nitty, because it's obvious. See, Roland Martin is one of these Negroes that don't watch football at all, so he don't understand it at all. Roland Martin is getting a paycheck to keep Colin Kaepernick relevant, right? He wants to continue to spread confusion. Roland Martin is not in the know. He's on the outside looking in. You see, Martellus Wiley got inside intel on Kaepernick. Y'all forget the NFL got their own lawyers. They got people who know everything about Colin Kaepernick, right? There's a reason why Colin Kaepernick did not expose the NFL. Because he couldn't expose him. The NFL got dirt on him. Because if Colin Kaepernick would have tried to take that to court, the NFL would have exposed him right then and there. Right? They would have exposed that whole program. So Roland Martin, I'm going to school you. I'm going to deconstruct Roland Martin. Cause that was real disrespectful, man. Don't come at don't talk about Marcellus Wiley. You ain't got no you ain't in position to be doing that, right? But again, folks, that's just what I want to tell y'all, man. Kenny Stills and Eric Reid, they need to focus on playing football and leave Jay-Z alone. Keep Jay-Z out your mouths, man. Don't talk against your coach. Don't talk against your owner. Because how y'all gonna be doing that and y'all under contract? Y'all could collect the paycheck. Because if these owners wanted to, man, they can cut you right now, and then it's nothing you can do about it. Again, Kenny Stills, if Steven Ross decide he gonna cut you starting off because he feels you gonna be a disruption and you continue to be a problem, then that's on you. You can't blame him. You can't call him racist. You can't say this and that. No, it's your own fault. You should have kept your mouth shut. You should have went about this a smarter way. Same thing with you, Eric Reid. You could be let go too. The owner can release you. There's plenty of other safeties that can replace you right now. I'm gonna be honest. Eric Reid, you got people on that football team on the Panthers right now that want your starting position. That if Ron Rivera was to give them a chance, they will start over you and be happy. Okay? Eric Reid, you need to stop it, man. Stop letting Eric Reid and Ness need to make a fool out of you. You look dumb for doing that. Anyway, folks, that's a video, man. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think. Y'all stay blessed, stay tuned. I'll see you soon.